How's camping trip been, brother?
Good, I love it. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do with my tax money is buy trail cameras.
Yeah? You excited about it?
Oh my God. Checking that trail camera and seeing that black bear and that 8-point and all those does, knowing what direction they're coming, what time they're coming. Excuse me. Knowing that we can set up on that ridge at a certain time and we're 80 to 90% sure we're going to see a doe within that time frame.
Yep. It adds confidence.
I'm pretty stoked.
How do you enjoy our scenery for camp? Yeah, it's a bee, dude, and it's hovering like a helicopter.
It's about to, it sounds like it's going to blow up.
No,
There's no chill.
yeah, dude. I thought my camera was overheating when it was first by me over there. What is this?
I love this spot, but we can no longer camp here.
Nope, because it's surrounded by deer. Trails up and down this ridge. Trails up and down the next ridge where that feeder creek goes in. Feeding sign all behind us on this ridge. It's very open, not a lot of cover, but there's tracks, poop, old historical buck rubs.
Yeah, I seen a turd earlier when I went to take a poopy, and there was a bunch of acorns in it. I don't know if it was bear shit or deer shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it wasn't round balls. It was like a solid little turd, but it had acorns. Do bears eat acorns?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's probably bear shit.
Love acorns. Yep. But yeah, we got confirmation back here. We got a nice 8-point on camera. Bunch of does. We got a black bear.
That 8-point's going to be a whole nother story, though.
Yeah, middle of the night coming through.
So that's the...
Lets us know he's here.
Yeah, it's come and get me.
Yep.
We still got to figure out where he's at the time we want to shoot.
Yep. During the rut, though, it's a nice little funnel. It might be a spot. I'll likely hang another camera there.
Yeah, and with the amount of does going through, when they're horny, that's going to be absolute nuts.
Leaving that scent.
So I want to ask you the same question I asked you earlier. A few years ago, I had shot my biggest buck with a 243 bolt action.
Mm-hmm.
That's the smallest caliber I've killed a deer with. I was curious what the smallest caliber you killed a deer with.
And I'm fairly certain it's a 30-30. I've been hunting with a 450 Bushmaster for the last 4 years. Before that, most of the time it was a 30-06, but I have killed one with a 30-30 lever. And a muzzleloader, so that's 50 cal.
So tell me the story about your 30-30 deer.
The 30-30 deer.
Or is there multiple?
No, most of them are with an 06 or a 450.
Okay.
The lever gun, jeez. Now I gotta think. It was the last day of gun season at the old spot in Woodville. I'll just say it was the back corner where you shot your first buck. I was sitting back there. Everyone else at the hunting cabin slept in, and I slipped out for a morning hunt by myself, and I went and sat in that corner. It was really cold. November 30th, fresh snow blanket in the ground, and I had a 6-point come out and just slowly walk down that one edge off that back corner, coming out of private going into state land. And as soon as he stepped on the state land, 1 foot, 30-30 lever, I put a bullet right in the center of his chest, and he dropped right there and never even twitched. Yep. That was my only kill with a 30-30. Dropped him. It was probably 30 yard shot, maybe less. Half a mile drag, but I had snow, so
yeah, we're used to that.
There you go.
My 243 deer. Some people don't think that that's a good round for deer.
A lot of people use it, especially for kids.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was my nephew's bolt action.
Yeah.
Either Shiloh or Seth.
Mm-hmm.
I was in one of those ground blinds, the one that we were having fun and messing around. The one that you shot your doe out of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
the man with the 450.
I seen a buck walk out, and it was we called him. What's that deer from open season? He has the one antler. Elliot, yeah. So this buck walks by. I have video of this somewhere. I might have to find it and get it to you. He's just walking by. It was winter, snowing out, and he had one rack on one side. It was I don't know. But anyways, he walks by and goes up into the brush, and we were talking. I wasn't going to shoot him, and then this was before I had gotten any big deer.
Yep.
So we decided that it was okay that I shot him. So I set up. I was using the 243 bolt with a scope. I set up on the edge of the box blind, and I was looking, and he came out. I could just see his front legs, and he was looking, and then he turned around and walked back in, and I swear I was following his body. And then he came out again and just continued to walk. And I was following it. He stopped. I looked up, and it was that 8-point, which blows my mind because we never even seen him.
Right.
So I put it back down, right behind the V, behind the front leg, in the vital V area, pulled the trigger. And so if I was looking this way, he was like this. And once I shot him, he trotted over like this, right underneath us, and fell right behind the stand.
So
not even 30 yards.
Yep.
Direct heart shot.
Nice.
When we gutted him, the heart had a massive hole in it, and it was split in two.
Nice. I've had that before too.
I don't know what a 243 would do, like lung.
Yeah.
It'd probably still kill him, but
yeah.
That was just cool. That's the biggest deer I've ever shot. That was my 8-point.
What's up, Merce? Okay. God damn, dude, the bugs.
Are we gonna be able to? We're not coming back up until youth, huh?
Right.
But while you guys are, I can scout.
Yeah, because I'm gonna film Andy and his nephew, and you can scout.
I can scout.
And like I said, we can alternate.
Yeah. Do you have another camera I can set up?
Trail camera? Yeah.
For that?
I do. Yep.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite kill so far? I think I know what it is.
Yeah. Well, actually, I would have never thought that my favorite kill would be with a rifle.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it is.
Okay, well, come here. Come here, Merce. Come here, stand right here. All right, look back at the camera. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. All right, what's your name?
What is your name?
No, your name. What's your name, Emery?
I'm going to grab a water.
All right. Say, I'm Emery.
My name
And what are you?
is
You're Finlay.
Hey, Ads, what are you
Say
doing?
hi to the camera and then run over by the camper.
Ads,
Say bye, camera.
what are you doing? Just chilling?
Yeah.
All right, what's your favorite kill?
I don't know.
What's it between?
My double kill with the 30-06 or the trad bow kill with my recurve.
Okay. They were both sweet, and they were both last year, so fresh. What's your favorite about the double kill? Your favorite part of it? Just how it all played out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold as hell, wrapped up like the Michelin Man in a saddle. Like, I believe that was the first time I shot a deer with Aunt Connie's gun, right?
No, second.
So I got the spike with it?
Yep,
That
second
was the
day.
first one?
Yep.
So, just killing a deer with the spike, or killing a deer with Aunt Connie's 30-06.
Yep.
But having the opportunity, it's wild to be able to shoot at a deer in a group, and then the other deer come back.
Yeah.
and you still have a tag.
Right.
If I had 3 tags, I would have got a triple kill.
Yep. And that was late in the season, right? We're starting to wind down a little bit, you know, fill the freezer up. All right, so tell me about your recurve kill. Paint the scenario. Who was there? What happened?
So we were hunting, there was 2 ponds, and we were hunting the land bridge in between them. And there's like, I don't know the exact distance, but let's say it's 100 yards across.
Yep.
You were at 25, I was at 50, Andy was at 75.
Yep.
We did a line. It was like a trap.
Yep.
And now that we know now, but at the time it looked like 2 does, a big one and a small one, but it was a button buck and a doe.
Yep. And
the doe was walking in like this, and it looked like they were going to come right in between me and Andy. And the button buck, which I thought was a doe, was playing around with her. And they were coming and coming and coming. And they got like within 35 yards, and I was like, oh, it's game time. And I was getting my bow ready and everything, and I had my camera set up perfect, and all of a sudden I just hear and Andy takes a shot at the doe, and I was like, damn it. I was sad.
Yep. So I was also doing the same thing you were doing.
Yeah.
Because I was 50 yards from the deer, right? I was getting the camera ready. I was all ready to shoot. They were too far for me, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I hear Andy shoot. Then what happened?
So he shot at the doe. I'm assuming he hit her brisket or something.
High in the shoulder, we think.
And she took off like this in between me and Andy. And that little deer freaked out and ran right towards me and stopped. And I was already ready because I was getting ready. And then he started running underneath the tree. So I just pulled back instinctively and let it fly. And I went right down, just missed the spine.
Yep,
hit him right
through
in the heart.
Everything. Yeah, smoked him. He ran 40 yards, and he was dead before he hit the ground.
It was crazy. Like it's on video.
Yeah, I got to watch the whole thing through the camera, right?
If it wasn't on video and you guys weren't there, no one would believe me that I shot a running deer with a traditional bow.
That was cool. I got to watch both of them shoot.
Yeah.
And I didn't intentionally try to shoot a running deer. I would not advise shooting a running deer.
It was just the perfect scenario.
In heat of the moment, and he was right below me.
Yeah. My favorite kill ever is probably, man, it's got to be my 9-point. It's hard. First kill ever with a compound back in 2006 was a sweet shot. I was in a climber, 15 yards, shot it. It ran 40 yards and fell over dead in the snow in October, like October 20th, right in there with snow on the ground. I killed that deer. That was my first doe. First deer with a bow. The 9-point though came, I was probably only 200 yards away from that spot. In 2015, I was, let's back up. The day before I killed that buck, I had went in, I was hunting fresh buck sign, a scrape line on a main deer trail going through a pine plantation. And I set up in the climber, and I had a nice 2.5-year-old 7-point skirt me at like 50 yards, I mean, his head was down, just dogging a doe, trying to find one. And I tried calling to him, and he almost didn't even want to lift his head. And he was just on a mission, 50 yards, like I said. And at the time, I was hunting with a crossbow. 50 yards skirted me. So the next day, I moved up closer to that trail because the scrape line was not the trail he was on. So what I did was I set up so I could hit both that scrape line and the crossing trail that he was running, that obviously there was a hot doe at some point. And I set up there the very next evening, and I had, just before dark, maybe 20 minutes before last shooting light, I could see a doe out at about 80 yards. And she was moving along like a pine, an edge transition of pines. And that doe comes, and then all of a sudden I look behind her, and there's a buck behind her with his head on the ground. And I could see his rack from where I was set up. I'm like, oh my gosh. But he's, between 80 and 100 yards away from me.
Oh, the anticipation.
Oh, man. And I knew how late the evening it was. And all of a sudden, for whatever reason, that doe got looking playful for a second. Like, she's like, come here, buck, come breed me, And she turned right down that trail that buck was on the day before and drug him right in front of me. And there's a giant beech tree back in there that I call the Hulk tree, because it's a beech tree that's, two people couldn't reach around it, maybe not even 3 people reach around it and touch hands. Like, it's giant, and then it's covered in moss and mostly dead. So she walked right underneath me at 10 yards, and she was down there, like, she would do a hop and a skip, like looking at the buck and then jump around like, hey, come over here, this is where your lady is. And then but he was on the other side of that tree at about 20 yards. And when he cleared the brush that was by the tree, and this was a first setup, never been there, right? I was, but I was 100 yards off. So I was set up, and 20 yards, poof, smoked this giant 9-point.
What did you kill him with?
Crossbow.
Nice.
Yep, I was hunting with a crossbow for those few years when Michigan made them legal, until I switched back to a compound, and then now I hunt with a longbow.
Yeah, I killed a deer with a crossbow. Once you kill one deer with a crossbow, you realize it ain't. Maybe some people don't, and there's nothing wrong with hunting with a crossbow. I wanted something. I don't want to say more difficult, but
more of a challenge. Yeah. Yep. So what are you most excited about for this season? Looking forward for the hunts we have planned, what are you most excited about?
Early doe.
Out of the whole season, early doe is, or is that just because that's what's next when you have a weapon in your hand? Chasing after whitetails.
I mean, it's what I'm most confident with. I haven't shot my bow this year.
Yeah, we got to get ready on that. I gotta tune some arrows.
But I got spots, and with a rifle, it's easy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm gonna be more picky this year. I want to get a big doe.
Yep.
Because I'm probably only keeping one deer. If I shoot more than one deer, I'm gonna make sure someone like Andy's sister donate it.
Yeah. Yep. Last year we had kind of a race, and Curtis was dropping them left and right, and then we were just on top of deer everywhere we went, and we just were stacked bodies. And I mean, we both killed 4 deer.
Mm-hmm. Curtis
killed 5 deer. Austin killed 2. Andy killed 2. Corey killed 2. Yeah. It was just, we stacked them, and it was a matter of going hunting, getting on deer, and killing the first thing that walked by. This year, I'm going to get a little more picky.
I want to watch. Another reason is because I want to watch deer.
Yeah.
Well, I want to watch them more.
What's funny is, so after I killed that 9-point, the year before that, I killed a nice 8-point, and the year before that was the 6-point I killed with a gun. But that got to a period where I started dropping nice ones, so I started letting the little ones walk. The next year after killing that big one, I did not kill a buck. I missed a giant, but I didn't kill a buck, and I passed on 19 bucks that year. It was before I was married. It was before I had, no, I was working at Shape at the time.
Yeah.
I did have a decent job. It was actually the year I bought my house, but I had time to chase them. 19 deer. Bucks, excuse me, not just deer, does too, but
Yeah.
bucks. 19 bucks.
Yeah, I passed
all year and a half
on deer
olds.
last year,
Just,
and we didn't really hunt. I mean, we hunted as much as we could.
mm-hmm. But then now, I'm married with 2 kids and very limited time, you know what I mean? So you got less opportunities. You feel like you have to get it done, so you're less likely to pass on an animal. But this year, I think I'm going to be very picky on what I let an arrow go on with my fingers or pull the trigger on for sure. Looking for a 2.5-year-old buck and at least a doe. A doe, early doe season with a gun and with a trad, and then a nice 2.5-year-old at least. I had a chance at a nice one last year.
I think I'm gonna shoot a doe and then 2 bucks.
That'd be nice.
That's my goal.
That's your goal? 1 doe, 2 bucks.
Yeah, but
Mine's 2 does, 1 buck.
I made my goals easily achievable last year. A doe and 2 bucks, a big doe and 2 bucks. Now here's the thing, it has to make me excited.
Yeah.
Like a 4-point with a wide spread, or like a 6-point or higher.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's gonna be hard to get, like 2 6-point or higher and a doe.
Yep. Well, 2 bucks, one of them has to have 4 on one side regardless.
Yeah.
To shoot 2, but yeah. Oh, that was a bird. I heard a splash in the water. The salmon are about to start rounding up in here. We've been watching for them. Seen a bald eagle. No deer on the hoof yet, but lots of sign, boy.
Lots of animals. Woodpeckers, hawks.
Yep. I think what I'm most excited about for this year is bow season in general. The rut for sure, but these funnels we picked out here and strategically setting them during the rut for a buck, because I think it's gonna happen. But that comes back to time, right? I'm gonna have a 4-day rut hunt. That's it. That's what I'll have. And then opener, we got 5 days to get it done, and then we got a weekend for early doe.
We got 4 trips planned. Well, 3 for hunting, 1 for the youth.
Yep,
to film.
Yep, we're gonna film. Yep, youth season we're gonna film. Andy's nephew. Early doe, we're gonna come up here and try and knock some does down, and then bow season we got 5-day hunt. Everyone will be up here. Curtis, Corey, Austin, me, you, Andy, maybe Adam.
Should be a good time.
Yep. And then sporadically on the weekends go and hunt all my other places closer to home.
Yeah.
And then come up over here again in early November. I think we're coming up the 5th of November. Throw 4 days at them, and then of course we got gun. We'll go up to, or down, I should say, down to Roy's.
Oh yeah.
And then if we're feeling froggy, come back up here and in a blizzard. It'll be fun.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
It's cold and it's challenging, but I think that makes it more memorable.
One of your best hunts came out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. For us suffering in freezing cold.
Yeah. But it was probably worth it for you guys too.
I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Yep. And it kept me in the tree. Why would I come back to the camper? I'm almost warmer in all my hunting clothes bundled up into the tree.
Yeah, I know. That's how it was for real.
Oh. Yep. Tons of food. I was kind of worried. It's been a bad drought in Michigan this year. The rivers are way down. I'm talking feet, way down. And
Yeah, you could walk.
Acorns-
You could walk across this and not even get above
Yeah,
your knees.
Yep. Acorns are dropping early, and the first few I seen drop were really, really small. But coming up here now, there are giant acorns.
Everywhere.
Yep, everywhere. So early season will be good in these ridges. I was a little bit worried
This
about
ain't
it.
a giant one, but
No, that's
you can
tiny.
just look anywhere and
Yep.
pick up acorns right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, tons of sign, fresh poop tracks everywhere. We're gonna just, I plan on doing a lot of scouting, setting up, and hunting on these ridges early season. For the rut, like I said, I'm strategically planting myself in a funnel, waiting for that buck to move from one ridge to the next, or from one ridge, crossing the river and river bottom up to the next ridge, looking for hot does.
You know what has me kind of giddy?
What?
Climbing a tree again.
Oh yeah.
I love the
Yeah.
saddle and I love the sticks and everything.
Mm-hmm. It's so much fun.
All right, I can't contain myself. We got to put up this camera.
Okay, well, we're gonna
That's
go
what I
hang
wanna
another
do.
trail camera and make a ground blind spot for Andy and his nephew to sit in, and me, so I can film. I may climb a tree. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But we're getting ready for season. We've only got a couple weeks. And we're gonna be back in the tree.
It's nuts.
Mhm.
I'm so excited.
All right. You'll see us in a few weeks.
Thanks for watching.